Yeah, absolutely. I've come across a lot of different crazy scenarios with people, or I just try to emulate all of the really seasoned people, listen to what they say and advise. And I'm a big proponent of, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. But I also feel I'm also a proponent of the learn all the rules before you break them too. So I won't get to the point where I'm freestyling too much of certain things and experimenting until I feel like I've soaked up adequate information and took enough action in that particular lane or whatever particular lane I'm in at the moment. I feel like I'm holding up everyone else's time though. Let me,
Yeah, if you want to push it around, we can push. You get to call somebody out.
yeah, let me see. Oh, one last thing. Israel. I actually have photography skills. I've been doing photography since I was pretty much in like middle school. I was doing that a lot. I was like a struggling artist when I got out of high school, was getting my own clientele, building up on Instagram and stuff like that. I really want to integrate and slowly switch out DoorDash to be real estate photography. Just utilize my skill I already have. Um, I'm an artist first, to be honest with you, but I'm a big blend of business side and creative side. But I definitely I'll be hitting you up, Israel. That's the reason I called you out. But I know you spoke already. Let me see if I can find someone who hasn't. Um, has Dimitri gone? Maybe call out Dimitri there.
I'm here. Hi, guys.
Okay. I'm gonna put myself on mute.
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Hey, I got a butt in here.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
All right.
I believe I'm going live on YouTube right now, guys. Does anyone have a problem with that? Oh, it even says it. We're at live on my YouTube.
No, it's all good.
If you guys can go find my YouTube and see if you could share it for me. This is awesome. I figured this out. I apologize, whoever I cut off, but that's what I've been going off screen and muting and moving around, all trying to figure stuff out. So this is awesome. If you're on YouTube, thank you. We're talking about different aspects of real estate. Myself, Pansy Sleep, and Marc Prestwood, and lots of other wonderful investor friends. So we were letting other people speak. Who did I cut off? And I apologize and thank you for your patience.
No, it's all good. It's Dmitry here. Thanks for having me, guys. Thank JJ for doing this meeting and you guys. It was like a lot of good tips and stuff. I'm not really good with underwriting. I'm pretty new to the whole like real estate thing. I'm originally from Russia. I did a couple deals there, like a wholesale deals, and I'm kind of like trying to like start the same game here, like multifamily and single family wholesale and stuff. And I'm a visionary, so I'm not really good with numbers and this kind of stuff. But I kind of like figured like a really good strategy how to like underwrite really good. It's not working sometimes, but so when you're making a call and talking to the agent, if it's kind of like a unicorn agent, and you can talk to you can ask them like, how did you guys like, come up with the price? What are the comps? And you can kind of like together with the agent go look for some comps around and kind of like compare the prices and everything. And as I said, if it's like a real estate investor friendly agent, they can kind of like help you like figure like what's the price gonna be, like what's the ARV, what's the what's the repairs. And also another formula I was using recently, it's 70% of ARV minus expense. And the same thing with the agent, you basically like asking them like what needs to be done. And if it's an experienced agent and if they work with with the investors, they can give you actually like actually the number how much it would take to like bring the house to the like a rental condition and stuff like that. So that's what I've been using recently here.
That's great. Yeah. So the
Shoot, I'm sorry. I thought I was muted, guys.
so you yeah you I was curious about in Russia, like the real estate over there. How does it work? Same in the U.S.
Basically, yeah, same thing. So what I did, I wasn't a real estate agent, and I found actually owner who was selling an apartment, and I just contacted them and I said, "Hey guys, I can help you sell it," and they're like, "Yeah, go ahead, we don't care." So I posted all over the place, all over the internet, and basically agent contacted me, and we did the showing to them. They liked the apartment, and after we go like um like after the meeting, so I go home, they go home, whatever. She called me back and she's like, "Dimitri, you're not an agent, right?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." So basically, like we did the deal, we closed it. She did all the paperwork, but we split the commission, and we did like a couple deals the same way with her. Yeah, but basically, yeah, the real estate thing kind of like worked the same. Yeah.
I mean, the title, the taxes, all that kind of same system as over here. I was talking to my banker. She's from Russia too, and she says that like the banking is totally different than here. Like you guys do different banking.
I don't think so. I think it's basically same systems. I mean, different banks and stuff, maybe a little different kind of like a terms and maybe so not, but basically the same. It just kind of like the markets are different, you know, you have to still kind of like learn again, like a new thing, new market, get an idea like how it works and stuff.
Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Do you want to go ahead and pick again?
I'm not sure who do I pick. Who didn't talk yet?
Kim, why don't we let Kim go? Because then I think we need to do some actual underwriting. I apologize, guys. I
Hey,
didn't know if I
Pansy,
was
you
unmuted.
never have to apologize for having kiddos. Okay?
No, I'm just apologizing. Earlier I was unmuted and I was not aware. So
This is a family show, right?
Go ahead,
It's a
Kim.
family show.
All good. So I'm Kim Brown. I'm from Portland, Oregon right now. I've kind of been in this a long time. I didn't realize how long. Marc, you know how long. We met way back.
Oh yeah, country club way back when.
In order to put it in context of why I got into real estate, let's just say married to a narcissist. There was a girlfriend, there was embezzlement, there was divorce, there was potential deportation, there was potential arrest. I had to leave with absolutely zero after running a large environmental consulting company, working in coal mines and wind farms. So with that, starting from zero at an age around 50 is humiliating. So I have been just kind of trying to do a lot of things on my own. I have JV'd on flips. I have done private money lending. I am a spreadsheet geek, so underwriting is absolutely one of my passions. I have been an acquisition manager for a few people in sub 2. I slowly started getting into sub 2 and just joined Gator. But right now, what I'm doing to still build up cash is flip mobile homes and do private money lending. And I would say that no matter how much you can vet a deal, especially if you're a lender, there are people out there that are just going to be deceivers. And I'm just trying to put something like that to rest right now after losing funds in something. And I would say be really careful, and especially, this is going to sound odd, vet the lawyer that might be in the deed of trust. And it's really at such a level that you didn't think you'd have to vet to that, but that will throw up a red flag to the person you're lending to. And with that, like I say, I love underwriting for single family, commercial, rental. I'm looking at mobile home parks. And I need to find out more about how to do underwriting for sub 2, because that is totally different. With that, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so you know the spreadsheet from back in the day then.
I've changed it and altered it to what I need to see.
Yeah, no,
that was missing.
I've simplified. Like, you know, I have the big monster one that projects out all the, you know, IRR and stuff like that. I mean, like we've just been doing a lot of single families, still running a different strategy than what we were doing when we first educated together, and doing the burst strategy, but found sub to 2 as well. And you could spread your capital way further, you know, way further, with those kind of deals. But a pleasure seeing you again. My goodness, it's been a minute.
It has, and I'm so happy to be in the group, because underwriting I found is extremely important, because there are people who put a lot of emotion into the numbers of what they think it's going to be, what the ARV should be. And as you've all seen, and hopefully not done as wholesalers, but rehab numbers are always low, ARV is always high, and it's always overpriced.
Yeah, that's what Pace said on the last.
DJ had a question. I apologize.
The last call is to pad it up a little bit, always a little bit, you know.
DJ, do you want to unmute and ask your question? Is it for Kim? Maybe he doesn't know he has his hands up.
Yeah, sorry, I just walked into the store. I'm here now.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so I just had a quick question for Kim. I was going to ask Kim if she has, I guess, any transaction coordination experience, if she's also into TC, because I feel like they love the details as well.
Yeah, I've done a few of my own wholesales from start to finish, from, you know,
Oh yeah,
finding and then dealing with the title company and escrow and stuff like that. But it's ever changing, and it changes depending on, you know, every single house that you or deal you bring through them.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I'll be reaching out to you. I love getting involved with the people who are very detail oriented.
Too much, but something came up. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. One of those days, but like I said, it's great to meet people, and I'm slowly starting to network, because I tend to just kind of work alone.
That's good to know. Yeah, oh, I got. I love. Well, I'm a big connector. I pride myself as a big connector as far as the avatars go. And if you ever need someone to kind of bridge a relationship with whatever thing you may need at the time, please feel free to reach out to me, because I'll definitely be reaching out to you just to get some pointers on how to sharpen my sense of what numbers make sense and what maybe disclosure in a contract or particular thing doesn't add up for, you know, whatever type of deal is going on.
Well, I do have a background also in a lot of tax and asset protection. It's been about 3 years working with a group to learn everything. So, but it's always learning. But other than that, you know, thanks to Marc and Pansy for putting this together, and hoping to kind of learn and connect with other people.
Absolutely.
I think since you volunteered, maybe you're going to be putting your spreadsheet up on the screen. Mine's light. Mine's really light.
Mine changes all the time.
Okay, well, I got 3 multifamily ones we could look at if you wanted.
Yeah, we
Let
can
me know.
try and put it in there and break it and just test it like a basic test.
Sure.
Yeah, if anybody has a question that hasn't gone yet, you know, you could get to, I figured we can move on with underwriting, and then if there's someone that has a question during the underwriting, they can do a little introduction, whoever hasn't gone yet. But you know, we're an hour and a half into it, and we need to, you know, give the people what they came for. They seen underwriting. So
all right, let me do a screen share here, and let me bring this mixed spreadsheet that I kind of copied some things together, so there might be a few things missing, but we'll try and do this on the mobile here, you know. So this is like a little, you had a 6 unit, you're saying, or what?
Four unit.
Yes.
All right, let's put it in here. It's a real basic quick little thing here. So I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna kind of drag around this.
Yeah. Okay, I see it.
So what kind of price is it?
183900. 183900.
Come on.
Okay.
1 million?
Yes.
What do you think the rents are?
Okay, for the first unit, 2942. The second unit would be the same. 2942. The third unit would be 3570. And the fourth unit is 1957. And now got things I don't know the answer to, but okay.
You're pulling an average of like 2852.
For like all four of them,
Yeah, if you average all those rents.
I'll believe your spreadsheet. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna test it right here. It's making an average of all four.
Yeah.
So you got about 136K coming in,
Mm-hmm.
and then your management.
Yeah, so I don't have the answer to these questions. These are the things that I need to learn, like to know how to, look at these kind of deals.
Would you say it's 10% of the gross rents?
I have
There's no
idea.
vacancy in here either right now. This one I gotta actually add a vacancy in there. We should have a vacancy in here.
So you say for management, we should use 10% of the purchase price? Is that what you said?
10% of the
Or the rent? 10% of the rents?
8 to 10% for the rent.
Okay.
Trying to do this on my frickin' phone here. Let's do this at like 90%.
Okay. 90% for vacancy,
No occupancy.
occupancy, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got a really small screen.
I don't know how you do it on your phone.
Oh, you're on your phone.
I-
That's right. I was like, what do you mean?
I live on my phone, but I could maybe I could text this sheet over, but I want to get maybe if everybody likes it, we can just drop it into the group. It's just a little tool to play around with.
Yeah.
I would say drop it on JJ's if you can in his group.
Yeah.
Message and tag some of us, Mark.
Yeah.
You could drop it in the chats here too, but I mean like drop it in the group. It's
Yeah,
good.
I'm gonna put it in the group. I mean, that's where it needs to be.
And CJ is saying he wish he wasn't working because
No,
he has a 28 unit he needs some help looking at
Oh, boy.
with the number.
yeah, I mean, I got there's another tab on here that we could do a quick analyze on that thing.
Yeah, he's out
Everyone.
driving or whatever.
Let's
I
make
can
this.
email it to someone. I can forward it to someone. It was sent to me from a agent investor relationship I have.
This is what I want to, my thing is to like do an underwriting party, I mean, just like let's underwrite deals together and learn.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's up to you. Yeah, if you want, you can
I'd love to. I
Mark,
mean,
you wanna drop your email in the chat?
Yeah, I'll forward it to you, Mark.
yeah, and I live in Messenger. I'm a Facebook guy. Let me, what the heck? Anyways,
Yeah,
let's,
can you put it in Facebook Messenger?
yeah.
Um, yeah, I should be able to. So, yeah, once I park, I'll send it over. Just give me a minute.
Guys, but where did you get this calculator?
No, I stripped it out of, one of my other sheet. Well, I mean, we, with our mentorships, we buy calculators, they come with it, and we're not supposed to be sharing them. I mean, so if we could have something that works, that this is what my buddy keep, I built this a while ago, and anyways, this one's not. Yeah.
Dee Dee, thanks for joining us.
On the management, if we say 10% of the
Rents.
13 grand, 13,000, so what is it, about $1,000 a month maybe? And then what, maintenance, maybe 15%, so maybe about the same.
Okay.
Man, I'm trying to break this thing as well. Taxes, I don't know, have any idea what it
I
is
have
over
no
there.
idea either.
If you can go to Zillow really quick, maybe, and look it up.
Okay.
Yeah. And then insurance, maybe 4 grand a year or something, probably.
Hmm. So what tax number am I giving you? Like, there's
The
property tax?
Yeah, if you looked at the property taxes on there, just for a
Um,
ballpark.
Am I looking at I'm looking at monthly property
Yeah,
tax.
monthly, so we'd have to take that and
Says
whatever you came
16,
up with.
it says 1640.
1640 for the year?
No, for the month.
Okay, 1640.
Yeah. Okay, insurances, it says 644 for home insurance.
644 a month?
Uh-huh.
There we go. So you got I mean, we don't have some vacancies, so we'd have to take a little bit of vacancy out,
Yeah.
but this is all the way full right now, so your expenses are like 41%. So your NOI is like 58%. Your mortgage is like 1.3 million, it looks like. Yeah. Yeah. 1.3 million, and I don't know what kind of rate you got.
Hmm.
Maybe 8.5 or something. I don't know. Whatever in here. So you can see you're losing some cash flow.
Yeah, I know. As soon as you put my 8% interest in there.
Right? I mean, it's, I don't know what kind of rate you can get right now, but
Yeah.
like this is where when Cardone says 32 units, I mean, you got to have a lot of units,
Yeah.
So this one right here, I would say that, the DSCR is kind of low, and you're getting wiped a little bit here.
Yeah.
And this is a fully occupied.
Yeah, especially if you want to live in it, right, Elizabeth?
Exactly. So it's like one of those rents we'd have to wipe
Exactly.
out, right? Yeah. So yeah, that wouldn't work.
So you can see right here, you got 1.8 million and you've got 1.36 coming in. So you're, You need another 500 at least coming in.
Mhm.
You think all those rents are at market?
Well, I use Rentometer to kind of see, so I don't know how right they are.
How about rent the unit number 4? Is that the one you're going to be staying in?
No, I would need to be in either the 2-bed or the 3-bed, either one. So
How
either,
come unit
was
4
that?
you can get that one up a little bit, no, or not really?
The 4th is just a 1-bedroom.
That's
So,
crazy. See,
yeah.
you need to find another $500.
Yeah, maybe if we convert the garage into another unit or
ADU?
something. Yeah,
I mean, if you can get the rates that were here before,
yeah,
now it's not too bad.
yeah. Okay,
If,
cool.
if you
Well,
could get a 3%,
that's a helpful little tool.
that other
Let me ask you this. Does that tool kind of show you your cap rate?
yeah, the cap is basically I mean these don't run on a cap rate like this, the 4
Okay,
units. After like these get appraised differently than a 5+,
all right. So cap rate is a term that we only use with 5 or more.
Yeah, 5 or more.
Okay. All right, cool. I have another one if you want to try another one. It's totally up to you.
Yeah, this is the one that when Grant Cardone talks, this is the kind of thing that he uses here. So like a 10 unit. How many unit is this one?
It's another 4. Do you
Oh,
want to do
4?
another 4?
Yeah, let's go back to the 4 then. This is a 10. Another 4. Okay.
Okay, the
Can you
purchase.
get a better? See, this is where subject to works really good with this. If you can assume all their stuff,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Purchase price on this is 1,625,000.
1,625. Whoop.
Add 3 zeros. Keep going. Another 0.
So like 406,000 and
So these rents are different though. This would be like 2,900 for each of the units.
all right, 29 even across
Yeah.
the board.
Yep.
Hey, sorry guys, I kicked myself out on accident when I was trying to send over that info.
All right.
Mark, I did message you the details from the email I received. I don't know if it's too loaded or not. Just let me know. I'm gonna put myself back on mute so you guys can take care of the
No, we can work. I mean, yeah, I mean, my screen is so like you guys are seeing one line. This is like $400,000 that's in the deal, basically 2,900 rent, 139 for the annual, less some vacancy. The management and all that stuff probably around the same.
Probably.
So this one
I didn't look at the tax and stuff.
this one's a little better. This is making 1,600. You're almost getting some free rent there.
Hey, Elizabeth, what if you self-manage? You could
Yeah, that's what I would plan
that.
to do.
Yeah, if you take
Self-managed.
self-managed, so, but you want to probably pay yourself something, right? So it goes into your rent.
Yeah.
Self-managed, we can put that to 0. Let's try that. That's good. So you're bringing in what 20? This would be a good DSCR and stuff, but you'd have to come up with that 400 grand
Yeah.
to get your equity in there if they're
With a
going to let you
magic
do
wand. Yeah.
that. 12 years to get your
The
down payment
property
back.
tax on this one, the property tax is 1449
Oh, so it's a little bit less.
and the home insurance is 569.
And what kind of rate do you think you can find
I have no idea.
at current rates? So this one, the DSCR is like, yeah, under 1. This one's tough too, you know?
Mm. Ideally, what would you want your DSCR to be?
The lender wants to see at least like 1.25. When I did my portfolio, wrapped my portfolio, they wanted me to sit at a 1.7 because they knew that prices were going to be dropping.
Okay.
So they want to see like a 1.225.
Okay. Good to know.
This is California.
Yeah, I know.
1.625. That's, I mean, there was one around the corner from us that was like 1.8. They had a set of twins that was 1.8 apiece.
Yeah. God, I found this beautiful property in Dana Point. I'm like, yes, this is what I want. It was like a 4-unit complex in Dana Point, but their asking price was like close to 5 mil. And when I ran the basic numbers without your spreadsheet, I couldn't even make that work. So
If you took the NOI right now and you took the NOI and divided it by the purchase price, if you take 96,000, Yvonne, 96,984,
yeah,
and divide it by that 1.625
yeah.
million, what do you come up with?
Okay, let me get it.
1,625,000. Actually, I can do it right here, right?
It is 0.0596.
And 0.059 cap.
Yeah.
So it's like a 5 cap. Yeah. Then you multiply that number times 100 or whatever, and you'll have the cap. So it's a
Gotcha.
5 cap.
Yeah, but if you're rounding up, it's pretty much 6.
Yeah. So I mean, what Grant talks about is like you got to have at least a 2-point spread between the property cap and the loan.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like you need at least a 10 cap for it to. You're gonna be, yeah. We gotta go find you a 50% down payment on this thing, and it'll make sense.
Well, that was helpful. Thank you.
You got it. But there's a little tab right here. I put like 10 units, same thing, but it needs some, this one needs some vacancy. It's not applying any vacancy in here. So I was missing that. 10 unit, very simple. Then over here on this side, I put, this is the thing that, this is a quick deal. Just check right here. This is where it should be. This is where the thing should offer. And like a spread of the cap rates, you know? Like 12, 10, all the way down, whatever. Just trying to get an idea, make it simple, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely a nice little tool, easier than like my chicken scratch on my paper. So,
This one is the one that Grant always talks about. So this is like his buy, and then it's basically his sell or his refi level. Yeah, I do most of my work. My tablet doesn't want to share the screen very nice. It's much easier with my phone. So, but this goes through here. This is another one that has the property up here. Then I got a debt service right here at interest only and principal, and then interest only and stuff. So it runs both of those together side by side. And then there's a duplicate right here on the side. So, but I put these up on Google Docs, and I'll just go through while I'm on the phone or whatever talking. And I mean, I can just start populating all the yellow cells with whatever and just come up with a number right there on the spot. But I mean, there's big monster spreadsheets, and once you start underwriting a bunch of these things, then you'll know. I mean, the big multifamily, I think, there was one in this group, they bought a 10-unit building, and then the thing, got arsoned, and 3 months later, and then the whole thing was vaporized. That's what scares me about the multis is they're all tied together. And this one right here is just a whole bunch of same thing, just different. It's really small. Yeah, this is just a few little tabs. We were just doing the single families. That's what we've been working as a portfolio like this. On some of the duplexes that we were doing, we'd buy them for like 42,000. With management and everything running, and the expenses, the NOI, mortgage that's on it. Basically, you get a bunch of these together, and then you can get your stuff over here, But yeah, I could share this into anybody else want to try one?
I got a single family we could do, but I already know the numbers aren't gonna work.
Well, let's try it. I want to test the thing right here. There's a few more. I think the vacancy would be a good little thing in here. What's the number?
The sales price is 1,799,000.
Oh my goodness.
I know, I keep going for these big numbers.
You're in the good heart of Southern California, right, huh?
I know. Okay.
I love it though.
Wait, no, you got to add another zero on there. It's a million. 1,799,000.
Yeah, I got to stretch the cells a little bit wider. I think it's yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not 177 million. It's 1,799,000.
1,799,000 even.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, this is jacked up right here. What do you think the rent is?
Oops. let's see.
5,000?
Well, I would be renting the rooms, like doing pad splits.
Yeah, pad split.
I'm thinking 1,800 a room, and there's 4 rooms. So 7,200.
7,200.
Yeah. The principal and interest payment is like 93.44.
Taxes and stuff.
Property taxes are 1,604.
1,604 a month.
Yeah. The insurance
That's
is
ridiculous, right?
630.
Going to Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
Insurance.
630.
So the NOI is about 59 grand, interest about 7.5. You're not doing too bad. You're only losing like 4,500 a month.
Only in the bucket.
Only.
We'll throw an ADU in the backyard, and we'll convert the garage into an ADU, and then that'll
Yes.
up it, right?
Yes. Yes. That's a little bit tough. As you can see, California's tough. We pay for the sun.
Yeah, I know. Okay, cool.
But I'm hosting a Zoom right now. It's 31% expenses. That's good. I like that. I just don't like the price.
I know.
But maybe if we get down to,
Well, and here's the thing too. It's like, okay, that's the asking price for, it's on market. That's the number you pull off the listing, right? So that number could be completely different if you actually have a conversation with the seller, right?
Yeah, I mean, they could be, if it's a paid off property and they want to do the bank and stuff and things like that, but it's what kind of terms are they willing to give you,
I don't know. No, these are just lists that I pulled some properties and I was just playing with the numbers. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, this thing's bringing in 886K a year, and your mortgage is, the spread there is way low.
Right. Yeah.
These are tough. What you got to do is you got to get a big deal, get a 200 unit locked up, and then get an assignment fee, and then come pay for this thing cash.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. I like your thinking.
Hey, we'll get it done.
Okay. I got the next 12 months to do it. So.
No problem.
All right. I'll be looking for the bigger deals to make the assignment fee.
So, I mean, this is the sheet. It's just
Did
an
you get
Excel
the other
sheet.
one? Sorry.
What's that?
Did you wrap up her thing? Did you get the other one? The 28 unit that he sent?
The 28 unit, I could try that one in.
Yeah, check your messenger, he said. He sent it to you in messenger.
I want to say hi to a few people. Can I put you in gallery mode for a minute?
Yeah.
Let me see. How do I do this side by side?
What's the market rents on that 28 unit?
That's not working. All right. What was that? Sunday. Hey, girl.
Hi, how are you? Hi, Marc.
Hi. Are you enjoying the Zoom?
Yeah, I'm just coming in from a day of running around with appointments, and I figured I saw you guys here, so I figured I'd just bounce on, see what you guys are up to.
Yeah.
Lots of units, huh?
you.
This is good. Just seeing if they work. Yeah,
Yeah.
California's a tough market. I'm out here too, so I feel you, Elizabeth. Like we need to go to different states. However, if you got like bigger units like this 28, if it doesn't work out, if it's in California, I have a high-end buyer that will buy stuff. It doesn't have to pencil.
You're
Anywhere
the
in the
one with the
United States.
foundation, right?
Pardon me?
You're the one with the foundation, right?
Well, with, Family Promise. Yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
stuff with Family Promise, but I also have a high-end, like trust fund that
Okay.
have billions of dollars, and like they'll buy a lot of stuff all over the country. Like we're
Oh,
in
that's
15
awesome.
states right now and multiple deals in 15 states.
Marc has his buddy Kelly and them are doing a big deal for like a sports complex to help
Yeah.
the community.
I think he sent me that. You know what? I got to dig that out because you did send that to me before, Mark. I will send that over to them actually.
Yeah, we talked, I think, way back when. It's
Yeah,
a
when
training
we were on another
facility.
JJ's,
Yeah.
another JJ's call. That one went
Yeah.
on for like 8 hours.
Yeah, no, I mean, we were here yesterday for like 4 hours, and then we ended up. I roped myself into like getting on here for underwriting, and I said, hey, and then I knew people were going to come with the power and stuff, but it's I learned a lot more about some of the people on the call and stuff, and that's it's
All
awesome.
about networking. That's it.
Yeah. Can you
But that
believe they put
family-
me in charge?
That's great. Hey, you're stepping up.
family promise.
Best way to do it.
That family promise. I have some vacant properties. I wanted to talk to you about what maybe we can fill them, and help some
Yeah,
people out.
what you need to do is text me where they're at. Then what I
Dayton?
do is I call and I talk to the directors in those areas to see if
Okay.
it's in their jurisdiction. And if it
Okay.
is, then I can connect you with them.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
And what Pace is doing, and the golden ticket for the Family Promise is on the first week of February, or February 7th through the 9th, I'll be there, or the 12th, I'm gonna be out there. And that's going to be like people that helped and volunteered with it will be there. So he's planning on doing like, I think 500 units himself.
Nice.
But I'm with, if any of you are Gators, Zoe Guzman and Jake Violet, and then Kathy Craig and Ingrid Fields, we are all coming together. There's a couple other people that we're trying to come up with a model for Family Promise. And so if you're interested in purchasing, reach out to me and then we can connect with the areas that you want to have properties in. Pace is doing like a master lease, so it's sort of like an arbitrage where then they would be in charge. This is the thing with Family Promise is that each individual location is an affiliate. So their needs are microed, meaning whatever the need is in their micro market, that's how they tailor their programs too. So they have like 3 or 4 different models, and based on that, they even can fine tune it from there. So it's talking to individual directors and saying, what is the need? What do you have? Do you have the emergency, the 30, 60, 90 days? Are you doing just only a waiting list? And then that waiting list, what does that look like? And all that. So there's a lot that goes into it. And then based on that, then I try to match you guys up with the property, with the director, with what their need is. And whether it's for just the family, or are you doing a hybrid where you're the director is coming in and doing a like a supportive role where they're going to supplement some of the money. So it just depends. Some of them accept Section 8 and some of them don't. They want to gear them away from Section 8 because they don't want them to be dependent on it. So it just depends on the director on how they run their show. You know what I mean? With family.
I definitely want to hear more along the way because ultimately the reason I decided to start doing these Zooms, and we are also live on my YouTube today, first time.
Oh, congratulations.
Yay! So just reminding anyone, for anything you choose to share, it is on my live YouTube at the moment, I wanted to share things like this for my YouTube to get the word out about individuals and foundations and charities, and that are not only just wanting to help someone maybe with their light bill or a temporary fix to their housing situation, whatever it is.
Mhm.
And there needs to be more, you know.
Right, well, there's a few members in sub two and Gator that have bought houses and then have contracts with the local, like Las Vegas, like Chino in Las Vegas, that that's the role model to follow, in the sense of that there's one chapter, but some states have up to 13 chapters per state. So it's very diverse, meaning there's a lots of opportunity, but there's a great huge need. Like, I'm even, if people reach out to me, they're like, hey, does this work for the fund, meaning the family? And I'm like, I don't know, let me call and talk to them and see what happens. So until I know exactly, and we're still trying to create it ourselves too. And so February, I'll be going to Pace and asking him questions on how is he setting his stuff up and how are we doing it, like with the other people that I've connected with in sub two
It
and
sounds
and
similar to
Gator.
what I have been wanting to do. I've been following like Score. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Or
Score, SCORE.
okay.
It's a group of business with people that come together to mentor local entrepreneurs, people want to get in business or going through business, whatever.
Is
So
that a nationwide thing or is that just in
I
Illinois?
believe they do have them
Different
in many
chapters?
different areas. I don't know how far. I know we have one, and I have not, like, I went to one of their meetings many, many years ago, but I was going to reach out to them more recently because I've been wanting to possibly set up like a charity or nonprofit where I can use it to help others, that are experiencing homelessness, but not just give them a place, but give them a place where they can grow and not continue to need all of that help.
Well,
Because
that's where Family Promise does a lot of that. Like some places if you're in Family Promise, the qualification is you have to have a child under the age of 18. And they have multiple different programs within it, and they could follow you up to 2 years to graduate you out. So they hold your hand and walk you through wherever you're at, and they meet you at where you're at as a family.
Mm.
So it's not just like they're giving a handout. It's like, okay, maybe as emergency, yes, but then they help you find a job, they help you do daycare, they help you do all these things, and they show you how to balance a checkbook, and each place is different.
Yeah.
So it's basically the micro market of that area. What is their need? Like I actually talked to someone up in Evanston today, because I left a message for the director because do you know Nita Patel?
I believe we briefly met one time, and I really do need to reach out to her. So everybody on this call, because you guys have my phone number, I want you, if you know who, like, I think I have her number, but if you have her number, shoot it to me, and I want you to say, did you call Nita yet?
Okay, yeah. And you're going in April to Orlando too, correct? Are you going?
I would love to. I would have to right now currently work out a creative way to get there. Um, you know, so if anyone has any creative ways, because yes, I do have credit, but I was hoping I might be using that credit for an actual deal at the moment.
Got it.
So, but I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of people that I know are going to be there that know more people. So if we came up with a creative way to get me there, I would totally be your sidekick the entire time.
Well, I may be coming to I was supposed to be leaving for New York City tomorrow. However, I had to rearrange that trip. So I have a credit too. And my daughter's in Chicago. So I may be coming out there in June. So definitely,
I don't know
so
if I'll be here in June.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, June, I may be in the area because I don't want to be south for the winter, but I do plan on making my way south quite a bit for this cold weather this year.
Yeah, so I'm planning a trip to Chicago in June, the end of June, probably. It'll be a little hot there, but I have a reunion of a bunch of girls going there, and then my daughter's there too. So
I would love to be here.
yeah, if I'm there,
Wherever
because
I'm
where
at,
are
well,
you?
I'll be back here for that.
Where
Or
exactly are you again? What
I am about
Geneva?
45 minutes, I
what
believe.
suburb are you in? You're
I'm
in a
in
suburb.
East Dundee.
East Dundee. Okay. Okay.
Mark, are you okay? Did I take over? Are you good with this? Are you're part?
Sorry, Mark.
No, I love it. I'm solid. I mean, I want to get the thing into the group. If somebody made a post in there or whatever, I'm a group fanatic. Keeping everything tight to, but like the Sunday thing, I got a bunch of vacant homes that I want to fill. And they've been
Well,
vacant for a minute.
your wife
Like,
texts me Yvonne texts me all the time. Send me over the information of where
Yeah,
those
where
are,
is
and I'll
Yvonne?
start talking to them. That's not a problem.
Where
Yeah,
is Miss
Wherever the
Yvonne?
vacancies are, like if they're in the proximity of where they service,
they're in Dayton, Ohio.
okay.
They're like, well, I have one property that is on a program like that, and my management company freaking probably screwed it up here. The management company signed a contract basically, and like basically rented my unit for half price. Like, I
Wow.
mean, come on now, like be nice, So, but I do have some vacants that when you were talking about your thing and that the thing out here, we didn't get to catch up over there at the event, but
I'll be right back, guys.
it would be awesome to see what we can do to fill the doors. I mean, they're remote, so there's a lot of opportunity over there. I'm looking at another 63 unit that we're trying to talk to the seller and see what they want to do with it. Columbus, we
And
want
is
to do
that
work
in
over there.
Dayton?
Dayton, Columbus, the sports center is over there in Ohio as well. That one's for the community, for the kids and everything. So we've been talking to some of the big shots, the companies out there to get sponsorship and things like that. So we have the big lender. We just need a small partner to come in and tap it up, and they could JV with us and be slid in equity or whatever. I mean, it's
The
amazing.
problem with the guys that I know, they don't like partners. They want to just have all of it, or they
Yeah.
don't want to be bothered with it because they like to make the decisions on
Yeah.
everything. So that's even like I'm in the middle of doing a property down in Los Angeles. It's 39 units and it's being ground up, meaning it's being built and it's not complete yet.
Yeah.
And I'm negotiating right now, and that's at 15.5 million for 39 units. And
Right.
so this is the thing. Also, too, if you have anything in the Sun Belt, I have a connection for solar. So people will put solar on there, and then
Yeah.
it's like another line item that they can put on their budget.
Yep.
And then my guys, what they do is they sell it as a commodity on the exchange in New York.
Yeah. I mean, we got 100,000 square foot of roof, so we got a lot of roof.
Where is that?
It's in Ohio.
Are they big on solar? Is it good enough to have solar there in Ohio?
Yeah. I mean, I live in California, so I
Yeah,
just
I
invest
know. We're
whatever the
spoiled.
numbers make sense, I
I
mean,
know. We're a little spoiled. Let me see.
yeah, I mean, that pays it, pays my bills over here, my insurance, my phone bill, my this, my that, so I get bill freedom,
And I'm looking here at Ohio. Are you near Delaware or Hamilton, El Reno?
I'm about 2 hours north of Cincinnati.
Yeah, there's Lebanon, Akron, Lima.
Yeah, right
Zena.
around Lima. Yeah, Lima.
Lima.
Yeah.
There's a Lima branch of Family Promise.
Okay. And how about in Dayton?
There is not one in Dayton. Cleveland, whoever put in the side chat here, Cleveland, wait, what's your name? Starts with a V. I saw it in the side chat. Virel. I am in contact with the Cleveland thing. I am on the road a lot in holidays. Okay.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? I'm just spying on you guys. I'm driving.
Yeah, so you want to get a place in Cleveland? Do you have one already that you? Or you're just trying to
Um,
find a place in Cleveland?
we have one, but that's gonna be remodeled and sold. But I already find a couple of multi-units. They need the total remodeling. So they're not in a C area, but we thought about doing it because I have some
Oh.
people they done it before and they do it so good.
With Family Promise?
No,
Oh, okay.
one people I cannot find them because they're builders. They're busy now. They're gone in Cincinnati. They had a Family Promise and they had the carpenter union and the electrician union doing all the work for them. And
Wow.
they have they have the unit for homeless pregnant woman.
Well, take
And
down
they
my number, and if you need help, I'll be happy to help. My
thank
nephew's
you so much.
going to Akron and in Cleveland as well, so he's doing Section 8 over there. So
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
have boots on the ground there.
Oh, that's great. That's great. We just had a duplex, but that was a hot property, and they want us to live for at least 2 years in it, and that sold for 70,000 today. That was
Mhm.
beautiful prop. I mean, it is a beautiful properties, but
Mhm.
my wife she don't want to move in that area. It's not bad, but you know how it is.
Right. Okay,
Thank you so much. And
thank you.
if I message you, will be all right.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I have my phone attached to my hip. I'm a realtor here in California as well, so
Yeah,
eat, sleep,
perfect.
breathe it. So you text me or call me, if I don't answer, text me and I will let you know.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so
All
much. I
right, you're
appreciate it.
welcome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a good chance because now it's the full winter here, and my wife told me it's like it's downtown Cleveland. It's sometimes you don't want to drive to see the people on the streets with kids and stuff like that. It's not a pretty picture.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna be listening to you guys. I need to fuel up and get going. I'm gonna go to Chicago tonight, but I'm gonna listen to you. And if I have any questions, I'm gonna ask you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
You got it. You got it. No worries. Well, beautiful. I think I'm going to get Kim to put her spreadsheet up there. We'll go, go, go. Right.
There you go.
But on this, so it's subsidized, right? You guys pay a portion, or you guys take care of the whole thing?
Are you talking to me?
The Family Promise stuff. The program.
Each place is different. That's the hard part. It's not like a cookie cutter. It's that so for example, I was talking to one of the directors out in Oklahoma. I forget which, I don't know, someplace in Oklahoma. And she pays rents for her emergency people $3,900 out of pocket. That's what Family Promise pays. The thing is that she then sent me, she's like, what about this unit? It was a 24 unit and it was pending already. And what was nice is whoever purchased this property, they called Family Promise, said, listen, we want you guys to rent this out. So I was like, oh, that's fabulous. I'm like, so those are the kind of things that we're looking for, because what if you became a private money partner with them, or you do like a master lease? If they're paying out $3,900 already, maybe they own 10 or 20% of it, but then they also manage it for you. So you don't have the management fees because it's all under one roof. So they had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house up in the front, and then they had the 24 units in the back. So they're like, the main house could be like daycare and like the offices for Family Promise. And then they could have so many, like 10 of them for emergency, and then transition, they can do the other 14, with a multifamily. So even like something like a Motel 6, something like that even would work. It just depends on what the need is there locally, right? Or do you take a house that's a 3-2 or 4-2 or 5-3, whatever, and you put families in a room, and then they split the common areas, just like a pad split, but do a Family Promise model. Some of the directors are like, no, we don't want to do that. and there's, with teenage boys and girls and families and mixing and all that kind of stuff, they're a little leery. So, okay, understandable. But some of the directors are very open to it. It just depends on what their need is in their micro market and other facilities around their markets. Because they do reach out with like Salvation Army and others. This is the biggest thing I will say about other nonprofits or like Salvation Army or something that's tied to the government. And this is the biggest lesson or learning thing I took away from Family Promise when I was talking to Claire that's out here in Riverside, is that if you are a mother and you have kids from anywhere from the age of, 17 down to infancy, if you go to an emergency shelter that's subsidized by the government, a child of the age of 13 is aged out, and those boys are going into a men's facility. So as a mother, I am not going to split up my family. And that's why they go to Family Promise, because Family Promise doesn't, they're all fundraising. They get grants, but they don't take any governmental money because then it's restriction of who and what and when and how will be into the facility. So they don't take money from the government, because if you're a 13-year-old boy and you're going in with, Vietnam vets or like grown men at the age of 13, it's not 18 when they age out, right? It's 13 years old. If it's an emergency situation or battered women's shelters or something, if they take funded money from the government. So that was huge for me to
That's a big
understand that.
thing. That is a big
Yeah,
thing.
so that's why they're living in their cars. That's why they don't want to, they have the whole family unit living in the car with their dog because they don't want to give up the dog either. So that was eye-opening as far as like, as a mom, you're going to protect your kids no matter what.
I'm
Period.
gonna reach out to you Sunday. We have a
Yeah,
lot to
sure.
talk about.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no problem. Well, thank you.
No, thank you. I mean, this is what it's about. We want to
Mhm.
get the word out.
Yeah, you
like I
got to
said,
have awareness of it, what's going on, and
the different ways
this
to
is
help, that we have solutions. That's the big thing. Like, even if we personally don't have the solution, we all collectively have connections everywhere. So start putting it out there, start letting people know these things, help people find these solutions to their problems. Um, there's a lot of people stuck in situations that they don't need to be stuck in if they just had some help, but not just help, like you said, where you're just fine for that day or that week, but there needs to be more to it. There's a lot to work on when you come out of certain situations, to be able to be independent again and to have a team, of people that want to help you with that is just amazing.
Yeah, and Chris just texted me. I will reach out to you when I'm off the Zoom here, but yeah, out in Vegas, Thomas actually, who did the, I don't know if he went on the walk, what was it? They call it when they do the hike, where the Family Promise director came out. I forget what her name is, but, yeah, I knew Thomas had already done the hike, and I just called him up and I'm like, listen, we don't have a leader out in Vegas. Do you think that you would want to talk about it when you're at the hike? And he's like, sure. And so out of that, that's where Chino or Chico or whatever his name is, he bought a property for Family Promise. And I don't even know the ins and outs of it, but Thomas may have a good idea, but I'll reach out to him and connect you with him to discuss what their need is out in that area. I also am with Zoe Guzman, and we are trying to create a fund. He's doing a fund down in Puerto Rico. And he has all the infrastructure and everything to do properties down in Puerto Rico. And he reached out to me and said, listen, I already have the infrastructure to do this. Why don't I create a fund and raise capital for Family Promise directly? So, and him and Jake Violet and Kathy Craig They're all Gators, and Ingrid, and then Alex, who worked with me with Family Promise here. We're trying to come up with a platform that we can say, here, this is sort of like what they're looking for. And if you need funds to purchase, then we will have the private money partners or lenders with you guys. So you can come and say, yeah, this is what I want to use this money for Family Promise.
That's
So,
awesome. Yeah,
it's at the
utilize.
very infancy, but hopefully by February, we'll have a better handle on where we're going with that. I'm working, I just am making a mess. Like, go out there and just do your thing, right?
That's
And
what I'm
this
doing
is
right
something-
now.
Yeah. And Pace is doing whatever he's doing. He knows that this is what I'm passionate about, that I want to do that. I was looking for a nonprofit. I've done a lot of nonprofit work with my
Me
daughter.
too, but I didn't
With
necessarily want
National
to
Charity
start
League.
one.
And, it was like 5 years, and I was trying to find something, and this was a perfect fit. And how it came about is Kathy Craig, who is a director of another nonprofit up here in Santa Clarita. I was at one of her fundraisers. And it's so, just like you were talking about, Pansy, is that knowing people, right? And so I knew Kathy, I was supporting her. She came to I lead a meetup here in Southern California, and she comes to my weekly meetup. And I was supporting her in her fundraiser for the Baker Family Foundation. And we were doing the largest cornhole tournament. I don't know anything about cornhole, but it was fun, right? So I said, Kim just sent me this, and it's about Family Promise. I've never heard of them. And she's like, oh yeah, Dee Dee over there, she takes tickets. She sits on the board of Family Promise. I was in the right room. And
Yeah,
I went and talked to Dee Dee, and I'm like, Dee Dee, this is what we want to do. Who can I talk to? And then she put me to the regional person, and then the regional person stuck me with the national person in New Jersey. So 2 phone calls, I was able to collapse timeframes. And we were in 115 locations on November 22nd from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and raised thousands and thousands of dollars, and, bought houses for people and connected for Family Promise. And now it's gonna mushroom and just, ripple effect from there.
yeah, I want to definitely know more. I want to figure
Yeah.
out, I want to help. Now I just launched my live YouTube, and I want to continue to do these types of Zooms where people like you and Mark and others who are also doing things in the
Well, if
communities.
you want me to come on, once we know what we're doing, I'll be more than happy to go on your Zoom and just tell everyone what's it about and where
You're
they can
doing it
find
now,
out.
but yes, anytime. Like,
Yeah.
let's
And
that's
once I know what the program is, I'll I'll inform
Yeah.
you. But in the meantime, just call me up, and then I'll figure out who to talk to. So in Cleveland, I'm in contact with that person in Cleveland, because that's one of my markets. And I do have a few people. So reach out to me, text me on my cell phone, 805-551-6698. And then I will circle back with you and get more information from you to see if it's a right fit. Okay?
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Because you're probably gonna get a lot of phone calls because we're live. So
Okay, great. Beautiful.
I just can't
I'm in
wait.
California. Don't call me too early. I'm up by 6:30 or 7 a.m. Pacific time.
Text first. That's my
I'm
rule.
old fashioned. I'll answer if I'm up. If
Not
not,
me. I'm
call you
afraid
back.
I don't know. If I don't know who's on the other line, I'm like, am I gonna, answer a sales call? I don't know. But if somebody texts me and gives me the gist of things, how we know each other and what they're interested, like why, they're reaching out, it clicks in. I'm like, oh yeah, and usually I'll hop on a call. I love talking to people. That's why I wanted to do this. And JJ gave me the opportunity to use his platform.
Fantastic.
And he offered this a while ago, and I just didn't know what to do with it. And but I've had this vision for a while to connect people. You know me, I've been connecting people for a while, for most of my life, and get really awesome things done. And there's just such a need for communities that are building each other up, and not just like, okay, we helped you once, bye, and
Right. Right.
so this is off to a good start. Because
Well, like I said, and you know, you have to like, don't be afraid to just pick up the phone and call and talk to somebody or text them and have a conversation.
oh, I'm not.
You
I'm
know,
not.
I haven't even been in sub two for April of last year. So, and I've probably connected and had like long conversations, like over 200 people. Like there that I could call them on a first name basis. And then once you do something like I did the family promise, like people were just contacting me all the time. But it's interesting because some people are afraid and they'll just friend you on Facebook. You know, if you're going to friend on Facebook, just like JJ talks about, is
And the
see something,
message.
say hi, you know, not just say hi, but hey, I'm in such and such. This is what I'm doing. What are you interested in? What can I help you with? Or, and this is what I need help with. You know what I mean? So, what do you need help with? What can you lead with value? Because if I'm talking to you, it's like I'll remember, okay, and then I have a spreadsheet and I'm like, oh, so and so does this, so I'll put it in my thing. And then if someone says, oh, I need this or that or that,
JJ's
and I'm like, oh,
back.
I know so and so, like, you know, they live here, like, you know, like I know you live in Illinois. I know that because I used to live in Illinois, if you haven't heard my accent,
Yeah,
but
we spoke briefly and I
yeah,
haven't
and I
gotten back
see you
to
on the
you.
Zooms and stuff like that too. So it's like you never know. Like Mark and Mark's wife has called me and texted Happy New Year and stuff, and we've gone back and forth. And then at when we were in Pasadena, you guys I think came up and said hi to me, right? Like I was so busy that day. I don't know. I can't remember half the stuff that went on, but it was fun to do. But it's great to give back, but also too, you have to connect people with it and take it the next step. Like go in there with intention on what you're really doing, on why you're doing it, right? So yeah, it was great to do this for Family Promise, but the bigger reason why is because of finding homes for these families. You know what I mean? Not
I love
just
it.
doing a one and done, like you said.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I want to, myself and two others are currently looking for small multifamily in this area in the northwest suburbs of Illinois and southern Wisconsin and northwest Indiana. To
Do you know Steve Vigari? He's a sub two guy
Stephen
from
in Indiana.
yes.
Yeah.
He's from Valparaiso.
Yes.
He's a man. I love him. I love him. He actually sent me some stuff where he was looking for private money lending and stuff, and we're connecting back and forth. But I met him at Mastermind, and he is one of the most honest, true blue guys. I love him.
Yeah, I
Like,
got the pleasure of meeting him here in Chicago. He came for one of the sub two meetups I got to go. So,
well, and if you need contract work, he's got a whole team of people he used to do in Chicago and stuff as well too. So,
oh, that's
do you have
great.
any rehab stuff? He
Look
was
at
willing
this.
to come out
We're
here to
making,
California.
we're talking about our friends and giving them business, and they're not even here to hear it.
That's okay. Hey, that's what it's about. Like,
Make
you know,
sure you find my YouTube
yeah.
and you guys share it.
So what's your YouTube channel? Is it just your first name or
It
what's?
should probably just be my first and last name. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to share it.
Yeah, I'm not so
Um,
tech savvy, so you gotta give me, you gotta give me the dummy version.
Yeah. Sunday I can text it to you.
Okay, yeah, text it to me. Oh, wait, someone texted, who's YouTube? Elizabeth, is that her? Wait a
That's it
second.
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the link for this live stream.
Oh,
okay.
thank you, Elizabeth.
Get stuff from
Wow. See what happens when we work together.
All right, so she just put it on there and I have it open. I see it. Okay, but that's for that. Okay, wait, what did I just do? Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. Okay. All right, well, I'll figure it out.
We got the man, the myth, the legend, JJ back again.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta let Alfred back in. This is flipping awesome, guys. You guys have really made my day because I feel like that many people are gonna reach out to everyone and, want to do business, for the good. to help out more than just themselves. That's what I like about these communities. JJ's not, I guess he doesn't have any. JJ, you want to talk? Who didn't get to speak earlier and is on here now and wants to say something? Raise your hand. Or
Did Alex go before? Chris went, yeah?
well, CJ might be not unable to do anything right now. He's working.
I'm still listening, and I'm just walking to my car now to pick up. Can you
Okay.
guys hear me?
Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
CJ.
Thanks,
I
Elizabeth,
wanted
for
to give
coming in.
someone
Appreciate it.
who unmuted. Who was it? It was that CJ. Wanted to give someone who didn't get to go earlier. Jay Watkins, Virel. I think Virel is also working, so he's limited.
Hello.
And hi, Virel. Are you able to speak right now?
Yes, I'm available for now.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Some people may not have met you.
Oh, okay. I was born in Eastern Europe, in Romania, and I live in Ohio from '91 when I got married. And right now I'm a truck driver. But from '94, we keep on buying properties and remodel, rent them, sold them after a while. So after I saw last year a bunch of YouTubes with Pace and Sub 2 and stuff like that, I joined the Gator community, and I'm still learning. Try to establish my corporate credit and stuff like that. But my love is remodeling, and I want to start wholesaling too. And I established a good relation with a bunch of real estate agents from Northeastern Ohio. But right now it's a little crazy. Yeah. And I may need to change all my Facebook. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yep, you're coming in loud and clear.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and I spoke with most of you one time, maybe in the summer. And like right now, I'm looking to buy. There's some property that came on the market, like duplexes and triplexes, but they need like total remodeling. And I talked about the family promise. It will be good. And I want to do the pad slip, but not with pad slip because there's some owners here in Cleveland. They do it for years without pad slip, and they're having success. And the city, it's I'm talking like inspectors and building inspectors and stuff like that. They're not picky about it because it's a huge problem with homelessness and stuff like that. They may inspect it and stuff like that, but they're very open, so that's good, especially because Cleveland, it's a democratic side of Cleveland, and they're a little bit, you know what I'm talking about, not that friendly with the owners and stuff like that. And like right now, the prices here, I mean, not here coming, I'm in Wisconsin now. In Ohio, Northeastern Ohio, they're crazy. They're crazy. I don't know where they're gonna go. And people with good income, they cannot afford to buy properties in a decent area, not good, decent area. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's a good opportunity. It's a good opportunity. I have some a lady agent. She's a agent in 3 counties here, one in Akron, one in Cleveland, and another one here in the richest area. And she's sending me some properties they own by banks, some of them for 5 years, and now they put them on the market with her company, with the broker. And some of them, they're such a good deals. They're like in very nice areas next to hospitals and shopping. Very nice properties. That's why I want to contact somebody with more experience and stuff too, because some of them I think they can be, bought from the banks and just resold as sub two deals because the prices like right now they're like even 1/3 of properties in an area they were sold in the past 3 months. So it's crazy. I don't know if you guys understand me, but I can send you information and you're gonna be like shocked.
Absolutely.
The rents are not bad, but they're not like in other area, but they're good. They're good. I mean, even with Section 8 in Northeastern Ohio for one family, 3 beds, 2 baths, it's like between $1,400 and $1,600. That's better than I can have on a regular rent for a better family and stuff like that. But I don't have experience with Section 8, and I know some people they try to stay away. So for now, I think Family Promise is better.
Chris has his hand raised. I'm guessing he has a question. Chris? No?
I just haven't spoken, so I just figured I'd raise my hand.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Marc, did you have anything for Viral in his what he was talking about to say?
No, I mean the Cleveland area. I know that my partner hates Cleveland. He says that the demographics and the economy's going down and everything like that. But isn't that a good place to start?
Yes, especially when you know
Right
all the little corner.
Right.
Yes.
I'm willing to work. I don't know if you can put your information on there. We can get a screenshot of your name and stuff. You just got your name, no contact information.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm gonna do it right now.
I think we talked before. It was you were driving across like 3 states, right?
Yes, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, you were put 1,000 miles on while we were talking.
Yes. Sometimes it's crazy. Yes, I can send you some properties like right now because it's not a little secret.
Yeah,
Okay.
please
Yeah, no, I
do
mean,
that.
it's
Can
a
you
little
take
bit
down his
distant.
number and get the information?
You're
Viral.
in JJ's group, right? You're inside
Yes.
of JJ's group, right? Okay.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, we'll just search your name then.
Chris, go ahead. Introduce yourself. Speak a little.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thanks for putting this on, for sure. My name's Chris Wahosky. I'm a Gator. I'm in sub 2. I met JJ back, I think, in September last year. And so we connected because I was connecting and doing some stuff, zero down businesses and looking at businesses. And I'm doing some lending, just lending on a property, closing on the property tomorrow, lending on that deal on Sarasota. That's a pretty big deal. We're trying to get all the paperwork lined out for that, it's closing tomorrow. But that's been a month in the process because the hard money lender, the funding and some hoops they had to jump through. And then I did a lot of negotiation. I'm kind of a closer, but I've done some stuff with underwriting and Bose. Underwriting course as well and completed with him. I've done I just closed last week. I closed a sub 2 deal, 2.5%. It was a foreclosure. Closed on that. I'm looking at property right now in Las Vegas, buying a hotel. I'm looking at a couple different up in South Dakota and Idaho, or Boise, Idaho. I think it's where it's at. I'm here in Florida right now. Actually, while I'm on kind of a business trip and a little bit of a vacation, we had a board of advisors meeting on 12:30. So the whole trip is a write-off. Plus, I'm doing some real estate while I'm here. I went on a property tour this morning, go on another property tour tomorrow. So I'm doing real estate while I'm kind of here, going to SeaWorld and having some of the best food in Orlando. But I went to Tampa and I'm going to Deltona tomorrow, I think. And then I think I have another one somewhere else. I got to remember where it's at. And I think another one here in Orlando too. So I got like 3 properties to go over tomorrow and actually going to the properties. I've got to get them under contract, submitting contracts. I've got, I think 6 under contract right now. I'll be probably, assigning some of those contracts or keeping them in the portfolio. I got one the Tampa one that I just looked at. I think it's pretty attractive. It's going to be one that I'm going to probably assign, but it's a deal where I think it has the ability to take this house. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, I think. 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and convert it into a pad split. You can make it actually a triplex, and it's no restrictions. There's short-term rentals. You can have 2 studios in there and both generate 1,500 a piece. They're big studios too. And you can do the 4-bedroom and you could rent that out for another 2,200. So this thing should cash flow about 5,500 a month. And that's just if you were doing a long-term rental as a triplex. You Airbnb this thing and do the room, like it'll go even better. And it's got a pool. It's got 2 separate living rooms. It's crazy, this house. And so he's just wanting to sell. He's not really necessarily motivated, but I've got him under contract. So you're muted, Mark.
That's amazing, brother. You're killing it over there. How long?
So go ahead.
That's a rock star right there, man. It's moving and shaking.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at businesses and stuff. I've got a CFO. I've got an integrator. That's why I like Pansy. If you get somewhere in Illinois specifically, if you're looking in the Alton area or somewhere Edwardsville, I got a guy over there that wants the house hack. I think I talked to or somebody that I put in the comments that was looking for in Clemente. I got somebody that actually is my integrators over there, and I think he's got a 4-plex that he's in right now, and he's kind of house hacking it. So I'm trying to turn that on. And so I'm always about that.
Yeah. Alton's a little far. I'm trying to, for myself, house hack, yes. In the Northwest area near, I'd like to stay near East Dundee as much as possible. But like I said, there's 3 of us that have been working together for a while, and we're learning to acquire properties. So there's a lot that we're still learning, and we need funding and stuff like that. And like, I like Sunday's thing about the family promise thing, because I really did want to go along the routes of learning to invest with a nonprofit, because I had come across it on like Anderson business page, and then like I said, the SCORE mentorship, which is local. So I was gonna reach out to them because I thought, well, I can get in touch with people locally. But I would love to if Family Promise has already got something going on, understand that more,
Can I say something just about that? Also, too, because it's a nonprofit organization, this is what one of the directors said to me, and I don't know if it's across the board, but I know other nonprofits, not Family Promise, but have done this. So for example, say the average rent is $1,000, but the family can only afford, say, 800. Will Family Promise then come in and give you the difference, the $200, as a donation, as a write-off for you for taxes? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you need the deductions because you're under, you know what I mean?
That's good to know for some.
You know what I mean? Like there's lots of creative ways. It's not just cut and dry one way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that I talk about when I go to talk to these sellers have high equity, right? How do I stop them from paying those big capital gains? If I pay you an installment sale, you're going to save on taxes and do that over time, or we're going to put it in a vehicle where we can actually creatively structure it where you're not going to pay that all the above. And that is exactly how I close a lot of transactions.
Right.
And it's how I can save them tax money. It's not like, and honestly, price doesn't even matter at that point, because it's like, how can I save you tax money if they truly understand it? And I tell them every time, I say, go to your CPA, go to your attorney, talk to them, and they're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. They're like, oh my God. And if they don't, you're talking to the wrong CPA. You need to fire them.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I'm with you, Chris.
Mark, we have
I
That's
jotted
why
your
I
number
hired.
down and I will be talking to you.
Awesome. Awesome. I appreciate it. Yeah, I am raising some money. I'm trying to look for some accredited investors and I'm getting in some bigger deals, right? So I'm actually pushing the envelope of what I'm doing too and trying to get into those larger, I guess, deals. We're actually looking at hotels and doing some creative stuff with that, even the
I know
Airbnb,
some people looking
like
to
the
get
Family
into
Promise.
larger deals. I know some lenders that are looking to get into larger deals.
Cool.
So, and they have already worked with other people that are doing hotels and stuff like that.
Very good. Yeah, some of the deals, I'm actually finding some really good deals on hotels that are like off the grid, but they're kind of like people are going to them. Like even good vacation spots, but there's a big need. When I talk to the brokers, there's a big need for placement for housing, and some of them are closing down, and they need shelters. And I didn't know that Sunday. So you just said that, like I would never separate my 13-year-old from me, whether it's a female or a male. I'm like, why would I do that with my kids? Like that's not what you do as a parent. So I can understand now why they sleep in cars. I didn't even know that, but
Yeah, neither
now
did
that
I.
makes
Was
so
like
much more
shocked.
sense.
I
That's crazy.
was shocked. I'm like, well, and that makes the sense on why it is and why it keeps escalating. Just in Riverside, I'm in Ventura County, but this is in Riverside, and she spoke. So we had a private dinner with Pace and this director there and one of the board members, and she said she has a waiting list of over 100 families in Riverside County.
Wow. Wow.
San Gabriel, or no, not San Gabriel. It's actually like South Pasadena over there, South Bay, they call it. There's a 200 waiting list, families on their waiting list. And these people, they have jobs, but like either a medical thing happened or, an emergency happened, or there could be abuse and the woman needs to get away with the kids or vice versa, or it's a single parent and then they got sick or their kids got sick. And so that now they can't make their rent. There's the whole gamut. Like they're working paycheck to paycheck and then something messes it up and then they find themselves that they can't afford their rent anymore. Or they need medication for their kids and then they're going to get the medication and they're not going to pay the rent. And then the next thing you know, they're behind. And it's like,
that's robbery in itself. Some of those medications are $2,000. That's robbery in itself. I hate like the pharmacy, all that stuff. There should be just a flat fee. Like it should be affordable for everybody. That is the most ridiculous shit ever. It just, that eggs me on.
Yeah. So we'll talk. I gotta open my door here.
Good stuff. Yeah. So I appreciate you doing this. Yeah, Mark, I like that little spreadsheet. That's good. I actually had one in Marion, Ohio. It was a fix and flipper, but we didn't have any real buyers there that were interested. And it's supposed to be like up and coming because I think there's in the Gigafactory or Tesla or something doing they're the biggest semiconductor that's supplying for Tesla right now in Ohio. Right. So there's a lot of corporate employees that are moving there in that Cleveland, in that Marion area, just north there, because that seems to be like a growing area from what I've seen.
Well, this will impress my other partner because he says the data shows, in the next 10 years, it's going to fall off the map. And I'm like, dude, it's not going to fall off the map, bro. Like the numbers are low. This is telling you to get in, man. Come on now.
Yeah. This is the perfect time. You gotta strike when the gold's hot.
Right.
Do you want to do another underwriting for Burrell? Or are we gonna wrap it up, or what do you want to do?
Varel, I could put another one.
I thought did you do that one? Because I thought
is that the big 28 door one?
Let me see. Burrell.
He sent me a pack.
There's one, Garfield Heights, Ohio.
No, it's just a single family. It's 4 bedroom, 1 bath.
Yeah,
it's in the chat.
Yes,
I just want the numbers really quick. Let me open it.
I don't want to say it because YouTube doesn't like you to say addresses and stuff. And if it's and if it's not under contract too, but for the purposes of underwriting.
Yeah, that's why we're just talking just the math. That's all we care about. Just the numbers, doesn't matter, stuff like that.
Yeah. This is awesome though. I'm like really loving this. I appreciate everyone here to support me for my first Zoom like this. Um, and Marc too.
Yeah, you put me on the spot last night, and then you said you get things done. And you said, hey,
Well, okay, so
I'm
I've
like,
been
wow.
on conversations with people who say they want to do this and they want to do that, and I'm like, let's go, and I start putting
Yeah.
it in place, and they're like, whoa, I need to slow down. I'm
I've
not
been
about
wanting my partner to. I've been wanting my partner to do underwriting like this because one course that I bought, they actually did it every Wednesday, so you could submit deals and eventually once you do 100 deals, you should be able to paper it on like pad of paper easy. Let me pull this thing up.
Yeah, this is awesome though. Yeah. I think a lot of things were great today. I appreciate this. I think it's gonna end up being really big for all of us. It's so weird seeing your screen. All right, Viral, are you paying attention?
Yes.
Okay, he's gonna do your underwriting.
I was gonna unmute here and let me move it back over.
I'll mute.
So it's just a regular one unit, right?
Yes, single family.
I can take out the 1 million now. What do we got? What's the purchase price?
I think it's reduced. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's reduced to. Let me see this one because there are a bunch of them over there in Garfield Heights.
I mean, I found one property owner that had $10 million of Ohio. So,
wow.
Yeah, $10 million worth. It's not the biggest portfolio. I found already a 900 million or yeah, 90 billion and then a $950 billion portfolio. That's the biggest one I've found so far. It's huge.
So this is now 84,000 even.
I like that. Screen so small. So what's the rent a month?
In an area for a unit like that, if it's a pad slip, it's like over 2,200 a month. But for being a single, maybe around 1,600 a month.
So 1,500.
Yes.
And then what do you think to management and all that stuff?
Actually, I'm thinking it's close to hospitals in the area. And I know somebody who's in the industry and they have like traveling nurses properties.
Yeah.
And when the properties are remodeled from zero, they can make maybe 2,500 a month because it's a 4-bedroom. Maybe have like a half bath install extra.
Do you want 2,500 a month?
Yeah, for traveling nurses. For traveling nurses, yes.
Okay.
But
and then what do you the tax over there?
Yeah, it was
maybe $100 a month
for this price. No, so it's like 2,800 a year. But being remodeled, the city they're gonna put a little. Let's put it like 3,000 a year. So that's like, yeah,
3,000 a year.
Yes.
Insurance.
like 180 a month. Let's go a little higher.
So 18% expenses is pretty freaking solid, man.
That's what I thought about it.
So you got 7.5 interest rate, mortgage payment like 444, 5,300. So you're bringing in about $1,600 a month. The DSCR is pretty solid, man. Like this is a cash cow, dude.
Wow, I thought so. Woo.
Man, that
And
thing's hot, man. So $21,000 down payment. You'll get that back in less, a little over a year. 116% cash on cash return.
Wow.
4.6. This is freaking like. You're making me want to convert all mine this way.
Oh, I can send you. They're like in that area. They're like 20, maybe 25 properties, and Ohio being a disclosure state, you can see the prices. The city, they're gonna send you the prices for the property for the past 3 to 6 months, and for the past 3 months in the area, the single family like this, they're sold between 120,000 up to 200,000.
Right.
Same condition, same size, same lot.
I'm like I said, my partner doesn't like Cleveland, but I think it's something that's very interesting because he projects out like 10 years from now, and he's like, all your capex, but dude, like capex doesn't matter when you're making this kind of money right here, man. Like,
yes, and yeah, a lot of people used to say last year about Columbus, Ohio, the same thing, but now with the new chip plant over there in New Albany, Ohio, and
right?
all the it's crazy over there, man. A friend of mine, he had a 2-acre cabin like 34 miles away from that plant. He bought it, I don't know, 20 years ago for $500. He sold it for 94, and he's so upset.
I mean, can you imagine if you had 10 of these things?
Yes.
13 grand a year, or 13 grand a month. Like,
yeah, that's a good area. It's east side. It's like Garfield Heights and Maple Heights. That's the next to they call it like the ghetto area north of them. But it's not bad because a lot of working family with the prices now, a lot of working family, they live in an area, and the Garfield Heights and Maple Heights, they're building inspector. Oh man, they're not a joke, but they're good people. I mean, they'll help you out, but they'll put you on the list if you got they're not like on the west side where I live. Oh man, it's a good area. I know a lot of people, they move there and they enjoy it because it's like a lot of working family, kids and stuff like that, picnics and stuff. It's good.
I mean, the reason what I do with this sheet right here is just so I can present a deal as a 1-page deal to people. So I just like do a screen grab and just paste it into like a Word doc.
Okay.
You can build like whatever little comments down here. There's a couple little boxes, of course, a disclaimer that, hey, it's all risky and blah, blah, blah. You can put some notes. This little box moved around, so everything's moving around because it's like loose in here. But I can drop this sheet into into JJ's group, no problem. It's a little document or whatever that people can use.
Okay, that'll be great.
But I just this is how we do our little investment thing. It's a one piece, put a little picture there. If you look at my pin post, like I got a whole bunch of them like that. So
okay, I will.
Yeah. Where are you driving today? Across the country?
No, just from Minneapolis, Minnesota to Chicago to the airport.
Yeah.
Yes. And you have to see the list. The lady agent, she's the one that they sold property for banks, the foreclosed properties. Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, and one of the properties they need like a new roof, and the value on the area is like 3 times, 4 times, but they need a new roof on the property. I
That's
mean, it's
why
a lot though.
that's where my partner says we get murdered, is by all the repairs and stuff that has to be there, you know? Did you guys do that thing with Pace, that goal, that life wheel thing
Which one?
that he did? That video that he did? He streamed right before the end of the year, and that life wheel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that
For
was
sure.
freaking amazing, man.
This is cool. I like the one-page little template. I got like multiple ones too.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I
This
mean,
is
we picked
neat,
this
and you
template
you
up.
can really just put this on your phone.
This is sitting in my Google Docs. It's sitting in my phone. So I mean, like the Grant Cardone one, this is the one that he uses basically when he's talking. So I just need the NOI, and I need how many units, and it'll do all the math for me. Like it just
I
bangs
like
it out.
that. I like that. I can bang that out because I'm looking at 125 and 130 units right now, and
Yeah.
something like that I can just split this on the fly before I do my deep dive due diligence. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. It'll put the offer price and all that right over there on the side, and it's just like it just makes it really quick and handy, man. It's done. Like
Yeah, I can usually Spitfire if I have the NOI, income minus
Yeah.
expense, NOI, and then take a cap, and I usually just, I know what the cap in the area is usually at, and then I
There
can
you
just
go.
kind of spit it off real quick.
Yep.
But this
Yep.
is just kind of like, then I can see it and I can put it out there and like, hey, somebody else can see this. Like, why would I invest in you? Like, right. And so that's
Yeah,
when you're
I mean,
looking at raising money. It makes sense, right? People want to see
Yeah.
numbers. I can do it because I have it in my head and I'm a numbers
Yep.
guy, but this works good for, your partners.
Yes, I mean with the image, I think the image, it like wakes people up on the one side, like Jim Quick was talking about, the left and right sides different, analytical and creative. So you stimulate both of them. Me,
Yep.
I just want to see the numbers. So I mean, I got another one that I built. I got like four credit cards in there, and that's how the last bunch of properties that we bought, we actually were scraping credit cards and stuff. So we know that it works.
So you use Plastico with that?
No, we go a different route. I'll talk offline about that, but we do.
Okay, gotcha.
We do some creative on that too. This is when the Gator thing came out. I was very excited. I mean, I followed Ty Lopez, and they had a little method of doing things.
Thank you, Sunday.
Thank you, Sunday.
Thanks, Sunday.
That rocked. It opened my eyes about these credit cards and all the the power that they behold. And then like JJ, he's from Fortune Builders. I went to a Fortune Builders seminar and stayed through it. I mean, it's the best $100 I ever spent, man.
I learned I've had 3 other brick and mortar businesses, and I learned like how much I didn't know back then. And so I created a new company and I proved concept, and I don't tell everybody to do this, but I had over 120,000 in corporate credit within the next 48 hours. Basically, from a brand new business that didn't have a Paydex score, that didn't have a Duns and Bradstreet, but I do have them now. But that's all from that, and I built those out. If you have good credit, you don't waste your time with the Office Max cards that you can't liquidate. You go straight to the credit cards. You just know the order and how to hit them. And so I've been kind of helping people like do that as well. And please don't go to those they'll tell you, oh, we'll get you approved for 100,000, and you barely get 10.
Chris,
10,000
you're my best friend now.
One approved, right? And so
I was just
tell
talking
people
about this.
And I tell people, like, you don't need to wait for that if you have good credit, but you can also damage it, right? And so I wanted to prove that, okay, how much is it going to affect it? My score is an 800 plus credit score, right? So I hit it. I hit that, and it barely affected it. The one went down 3 points, the other one went down 7, and then the other one went down 4, right? And that's all 3 bureaus, right? And so then the next month they went up 14. So I'm like, okay. And so like, it doesn't matter. Like sometimes now it does matter on credit utilization. I will say that does play a factor in how much you get approved for and things like that. Like if, I pay my things off at the end of the month, right? Sometimes I leave some stuff on there, but every one of those credit cards, I think there was 5 of them. I have a 6 now, but they're all 0% up to 21 months, 0%. And I'm like, so if you can borrow your own money and you don't have to pay 10, 12, 25, 35%. Now, when I do gator deals and I do negotiations, people like me when I negotiate because I negotiate for, myself and getting the best rate of return, right? Especially because I look at risk tolerance. Like if I'm in a position, am I in the LLC? Is it a first position, a second position? What is it? Is it gap funding? Is it for a fix and flip? And like I just, had a guy call me yesterday. I won't say who it is, but he called and he was like, is this a good deal? And he wanted me to help him analyze it. I'm like, you're never going to see that money again. And so it's one of those things. I'm like, this is like when it sounds too good to be true and he's not willing to give you 15% return on your money, you're never going to see that money again. And like he was like feeding them the gold. And I'm like, I'm telling you right now, if he says he's going to be your friend, he's going to be there for your sale, he's going to ghost you. And so you have to protect yourself when you do these gator deals and make sure you have a good TC. And I will say that again, have a TC. Do not try to do this shit yourself. You need to have it lined up and you need to have your paperwork structured properly. And if you don't, then you network with somebody that knows how to do this.
Right. I agree. I
very
already reached out because I have an opportunity to use my credit to invest in a project of somebody's. And I already reached out to Angel Miller because I know they've spoken about the transactions they've done and how they've vetted a lot of their lawyers, and Chris James is her partner in it, and he has personal relationships with several lawyers in different states, and they've done a lot of these different transactions themselves and learned along the way. So hearing them talk about the good and the bad, I feel confident that they wouldn't let me go down the wrong, road, not on purpose, as much as possible. They would want it to work out for everyone. So
yeah, some of these deals I'm making anywhere between 50 and 100 and 120,000. That's what I'll make on the returns, right? So it's just when you go to them, you just make sure that you're negotiating the terms that make sense. I would tell you to make sure that the property has 20% equity after all the PMLs so that you have a way to get it back and the market goes in a downturn. Have all that. I interview my borrowers, anybody that's connecting. If there's anything that goes on in between any of the lenders, we all get on a Zoom. I want face-to-face. I want to see you. I want to interview you as well. And then we will negotiate. But if we don't, I don't even deal with it. I want to, like, I have to have that like connection.
I like
and
it.
that's what I do. And I have some
we gotta talk, yeah.
I have some rock star TCs for doing this stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, for sure.
CJ has a question, I believe. CJ, just unmute, dude.
Hey guys. Yeah, so I feel like I probably got a couple of I feel like I got some answers, but essentially I wanted to ask about when you are doing gator. So for me as a connector, I'm always trying to gator wrestle with other individuals I establish relationships with who actually have the money. I wanted to know, because it seems like there are different cases where
got me some hot water here. Hey, YouTube.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. So it just seems like in different cases, sometimes other lenders will have different criteria that needs to be met. So when it comes to just a basic EMD, and then when it comes to, I guess, like a larger, say like a sub-2 entry, what are the things that the lender requires of the person with the deal, I guess, to qualify them? What are those things? I feel like you guys are already answering some of that, but I guess I just wanted to hear something fleshed out over here.
One of the things that the hard money lender, they're making them jump through a lot more hoops, right? So if they're getting their credit score, they're making sure that they can, cash flow on this property. Basically, what's the LTV on the property, the loan to value ratio. A lot of
Mhm.
times they'll do like 60%, and then you'll be coming in doing gap funding and things like that, right? And so you never want to
Yeah.
go over 80% on the property if after ARV. So whatever that property, if it's, say 100,000 ARV, they're getting a $60,000 LTV hard money loan, and then you're getting the gap funding, which is the 20,000 to entry, down payment, title, closing, or even rehab, or maybe just to get in there and maybe it's just polish the pig, right? Paint the
Yeah.
walls, and then they come and flip it or they keep it. And then when are you going to get paid, right? So they're going to either have to have an exit strategy, how they're going to get paid, and that's all
Okay.
structured, right? So you have a promissory note, deed of trust. You can do deed in lieu. There's a number of things. Just depends on how big the deal is. Like I'm in a couple of LLCs, right? So I'm in an LLC, so I actually am basically a private money partner. The
Yeah.
lenders make sure if you own over 19%, some of those partners will make you personally guarantee. So it's just how you structure it within the LLC. You can still get your same return. Like if you're doing a 25 or 30% return on investment, then you'll still get that. But like the percentage of ownership, you only own no more than 19%. Because if not, and you hit that 20 mark, sometimes we learned that they'll make you personally guarantee. I had to start filling out other things, and I'm like, I'm not a sponsor in this. I'm just the capital, partner, and so I'm providing
Right.
capital, and then so that's all how that's structured and how that operating agreement is put within their LLC, right? And so I'm basically tying up their LLC or clouding their LLC, so they don't get that back until I get paid and that project's done, and then I give them a release. Says that I was paid back my money, and it says it clearly in the operating agreement, and it's in the promissory note, and it's in the JV agreement, and it's in the deed in lieu. I mean, there's a ton of things that it's like check. It's in all these boxes, and your TC can set all that stuff up. So it's really good to have all that paperwork in line to know how you do that. And so just get with some experienced TCs that have done these deals. And if you need recommendations, like I got some ladies that are just rock stars. I would just any of the deals, and a lot of things I look as too is they're vetting the borrowers, right? So if they're coming back second, third, this is their ninth flip, that they have experience. They're probably going to pay it back because this is what they do, right? But if you got a first timer who's never done it before, what I tell them is you probably need to join up with somebody that has actually done a flip, that knows how to manage the crews, manage the construction, knows how to do the scope of work. I look at the scope of work, and if that scope of work looks like it's done on a BS, whatever white sheet, I'm like, yeah, get me a real scope of work because this is not done by a contractor. This is some fluffed up, huff and puff, and I don't do that shit.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, it sounds funny, but you can look if you after you look at enough scope of works, and if you've
No, it
done
doesn't
anything
sound
with
funny.
construction, when you look at all those scope of works and construction and things like that, like they tell you, like I'll give you a perfect example. I was looking at it was a $3 million deal. He was putting he was buying it for 200,000, and he was putting $15,000 in windows. Now tell me if that makes any sense on a $3 million project, right? I have a $700,000 house, and I put $50,000 in windows in my house. Do you think that it's going to cost anything less than what he's putting in a $3 million? No.
No. Yeah.
So you got to look at it and just kind of analyze the whole scope of work and make sure it makes sense. And if it's not, ask somebody, right? Just because it's most of the time it's in a package deal anyway. They should have all those documents where you can review those at your leisure, not just on a Zoom call. And then you can review them and ask somebody, hey, does this make sense? And if it does, that's when you push forward with the deal.
Okay. Yeah. When it comes to something is like a simple $2,000 EMD though, is it a little less from there, or is it just as much detail required?
Sometimes it's just the instructions to escrow because it's never going to leave escrow. It's different if it's a fix and flip and it's leaving escrow, and versus that you need more stuff. If it's never leaving the escrow, it's just a JV agreement and it's instruction to title how much you're going to return. So if I'm lending 2,000, I'm getting 500, I'm getting 1,000. I get 35, 40, 50% return, right? And so those are just a couple documents that title has instruction, but your TC can set that up as well. So if they have somebody that's funding this project And you got to know people beforehand. A lot of times that need those EMD, because a lot of times right now everybody's looking for PML. EMDs are like
Right.
hard to come by, right? And so it's just that's why everybody jumps on those. Those things are gone within 2 minutes if they before it even hit the market.
Yeah, exactly. I had one guy, he told me that I essentially took too long and that I was asking too many questions because I was asking him based off of what the gator I was wrestling with. They were telling me to ask him all of those questions to make sure it was, legit and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, we lost the deal. You were asking too many questions. Most people just give me the money. And I was just thinking like,
everything goes
didn't
through.
know that.
Hey, trust, verify, and then invest. So when I do that, right? Okay, that brings up a great question. Never give anybody any money. That goes through title, no matter what.
Right,
I don't care if it's your
exactly.
I don't care if it's your grandmother. And you trust, verify, and invest. When I trust that I verify when I get those emailed instructions, I also call title and I make sure that everything is like on the up and up, or even like I want to see it on the Google. I want to see like reviews. Like this is legit, because they've even had where scams come into the title company and they'll say, yeah, this is title, and they just wired into our account, right? And then you never know.
Yeah.
And so you got to verify that is a legit title company. Or even walk through, say like you're doing stuff on the other side. Maybe I'm going into California, right? I've never been to a certain part of California. I'm like, I want to see if this is. So I'm going to get some boots in the ground, maybe even walk that and walk me in the title with a phone. Like I want to see you walk into this title company. That those are other ways to vet and stuff. Then you invest, right? So you make sure you verify them. Make sure you verify your borrowers, and a lot of them you vet your borrowers. It doesn't mean not necessarily you can. You can either go through Melissa Palmer, or you can go through the sometimes people do have to do a background check. Sometimes they do want a credit pull, things like that. It can be a soft pull and things like that. It just depends on what your comfort level is, right? And then how much experience they have. If it's a first time, or if it's just doesn't sound right, or he never gets on the phone. Because a lot of times, like even they'll be your sales guy, right? When you get into business, I'll stay on for 6 months. I'll be your sales. They're not going to answer your phone anymore. They're going to get their price that they want, and then they're going to ghost you, and then you're out your money. And so that's why you always put it in a contract that it's got an earn out clause and things like that, especially with businesses. And when you're doing those advanced techniques, that you have earnouts and way to protect your money. They don't get all their money up front, right? Even the sub 2 I got, he only got, I'm just giving him 15,000. He only got 4,000. And once I get the keys, then he gets the other $11,000 released to him. And so that's the way we structured it. And that's the only way he gets it. So until I say, yeah, and I sign off on it, he doesn't get that rest released at it. I figure, a few $1,000s for moving expenses and things like that. That was a sub 2 house. I got 2.5%.
Wow. Whoa.
Dave Watkins had a question.
You won't see 2.5% in probably our lifetime again.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
2.5%. Yeah, that's insane. Jay,
Thanks,
are you
Chris.
there?
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Jay has a question.
Oh no, I didn't have a question. I just didn't get a chance to introduce myself because I was running in and out the car. But it's an interesting conversation. I'm learning a lot.
Well, I'm glad you're getting something. Did you want to say something? Sure. I mean,
I'll be brief because, like I said, the conversation was quite interesting. My name's John. By day, I'm a mechanical engineer and MEP engineer, and I work on commercial buildings. I design HVAC and plumbing systems. I live in Illinois, work in the northwest suburbs, live in the southwest suburbs out of Chicago. I've been interested in getting into real estate investing for the past year and a half. Just figured out my avatar about a couple of months ago, which is an integrator. So I've been really trying to partner with a few visionaries and basically build out the automations and CRMs for them so that they can basically just focus on cold calling and closing deals and talking with agents and sellers, because I don't have the time to do that because of my 9 to 5.
yeah, we need to talk. I'm in the northwest suburbs of Illinois, Jay, and I can always use someone who knows about systems. So
yeah, we've connected a couple of times, Pansy. So,
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, without seeing your face, and whatnot. So,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
better. Yeah. But yeah, stay in touch. I need integrators in my life. I have a lot of visions. I'm not necessarily a visionary or an integrator according to the test. So, but according to other tests, I'm a connector. I like it. So, yeah.
Everybody has their gift, you know.
I'm sorry.
I said everybody has their gift.
We do, and some of us have more than others, and the whole point is to share them. And my gift has been lately bringing people together, and I love it. It's like I want to own buildings, but I don't want to call people like I don't want to call sellers or agents, or I don't even really want to worry about a CRM, to be honest. But I do want to be able to stay in contact with my people, all the wonderful, amazing people, and one way or another, and do deals with them and get them to do deals with others. And, I don't know if you caught the conversation earlier about the family promise thing, but that really sounds like something that would work with what I would like to do.
Okay.
So
yeah, I definitely did not. I caught that conversation. I definitely did not know that was the case for a lot of families. It's definitely a saddening thing to hear. But
yeah.
I'm glad there's an organization in place that helps families out of that situation. I grew up in ministry. My father was a pastor, so helping people has always been what I've done the majority of my life ever since I was 12 years old. So
thank you, Chris. We'll talk more.
But yeah, that really touched my heart.
Oh yeah, mine too. And like I said, that's been something that's been on my mind for a long time, similar things. And so, yeah, this was great. What'd you think, Marc? Did we do a good job the first time?
Hey, we did a couple of things here, right? We got started.
Yeah, I think it went really well.
Put me on the hot seat. I'm trying to operate through my phone here. It's like the little tiny screen, so I got to figure out how to get my tablet to like what Pace has got. So
yeah, we'll work out all the kinks.
but we got to get John. It was John.
Zabby.
Yeah, your information. If you want to put your information on there.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We got some CRM issues too, so.
Yeah.
What are you doing with like we're using like Twilio and the A2P verification and all that stuff. Like they're coming down on that stuff hard, huh?
Yeah, I am I'm very aware of Podio. I've used that myself. Do you have like do you guys have like the premium version, or is it just the regular, like the $24 one or $15 one?
We got it's like a white label, go high level, basically. Go high level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't do all that stuff. I just, but I need my numbers operating. So that's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
I use them for like wherever I'm working, so they think that I'm local,
Mm-hmm.
And then I can call them through my tablet, and they think that I'm sitting right there. Yeah. We got like, I don't know, 15 lines. So we got Vegas, Ohio, some California.
Is that from like pay per click or something like that?
We were just using it for outbound and stuff like that, outbound texting and stuff like that. But I picked up a couple of lines so that I'm, local to it. My portfolio. They think I'm right there, but I'm not. So it's powerful.
Well, are you going direct to agents or direct to sellers or both?
These are actually like what I use for my business, for the actual business thing. So when we talk to the residents and stuff like that, we also use another application, the Buildium. So I use Buildium, self-managed. They're 2,000 miles away. So we're getting all the people. They basically use the app. They pay through the app. They take pictures through the app. If something's bad or whatever, they just take a picture and send it to us. And we have a couple of VAs that actually help inside of the system as well. So it's multiple people looking at the thing at the same time. So I can add other pipelines in, so I can parallel somebody else in there as well, alongside me. And it's I should have seen this a long time ago. Like technology is powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering because I hang out with REI Rev, if you've heard of it, on Discord. They have a YouTube channel also. And Dan Fazio is on there, and they built a system. They help you set up your CRM and get it rolling. You can add AI. It sounds like it's meant to be able to text and call using AI. Pretty much, you can set it up for your needs. So whoever you're trying to reach, whether it be a seller, a buyer, regular like contact, fellow real estate investor friend, or stuff like that. So
No, the automation is pretty good. I mean, some of the calls that I get, the automation is freaking pretty clear. Like the AI is like, this is. And then I'll start playing with them,
yeah.
like ask them some crazy stuff, and then it'll get interrupted,
Yeah. So
But I think it went well. I mean, I think we found we got to collaborate with a lot of different people and got some takeaways and stuff. And we got your YouTube launched and you're live. And
I know, so crazy.
It's January 2024. Done.
Yeah, I think we did a great job. Thank you, everyone who joined us. JJ, thank you for giving us the opportunity to use your platform, your Zoom, to reach others. I think a lot of good things are coming from these, and there's going to be more.
I agree. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
absolutely. Pleasure. I mean, JJ, what a rock star, man, to actually support the cause, man. This is what it's all about. So I appreciate it too.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Marc, we'll talk more. Everyone, we've got to talk more. There's so many things.
I'll be keeping in touch with everyone.
With the office hours, they had basically a Zoom that was just open door, just running, like a regular office, and people could pop in. They could go into a side room. They could chop it up over there, and like work deals, whatever they needed to do. They could do interviews. So it's like office hours. It's like a virtual office. I was like stoked when I found it, but it kind of fell apart. But nothing wrong with restarting it back up again,
Yeah, no, I mean, we can definitely figure something out. I'm sure we can get more than one person that would, be available to, go off in a room and help somebody on a specific subject and whatnot, yeah, let's help people everywhere.
So, Marc is chowing down.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Absolutely.
See each other later.
Thank
Have
you.
a good one.
Thank you so much, guys.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
everyone.